Welcome back, everyone, to some more Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon. Today, we are pretty much at the point of closing the chapter here. We are in the final region, and we have the final quest not very far away, right behind that door. Or actually, up the elevator and then behind the door. But essentially, just to give a quick recap, the Divided We Fall is bugged out for me. The Spain tribe, I'm not able to do because this quest right here, the trial, that is completely not working. I already did. There's like a mini boss you have to defeat for the trial. I already defeated them. Unfortunately, they pushed out a patch, so like now if you do that before this, you should be fine. But it didn't retroactively fix anybody that did it prior. Their next hotfix is supposed to resolve this. That aside, since I can't do that, we're just going to go for the long defeat. You don't have to do this main quest in the third region. I would have preferred to. I really wanted to. But instead, we're just going to go for the long defeat because at this time, there's no physically way for me to do this besides either starting an entire new save, finding a save to do it, or just waiting for the patch. So once the patch is out, we'll see. Maybe I'll go and do this, see if how much of a difference it makes. Maybe I'll do that as like a recording rather than a full stream instead. But just to give some context, that's where we're at. And yeah, like right now, Gurf, I think we would talk to him and then we would tell him the Spain tribe is either not attending or they are. But unfortunately, we can't bring them, so we're just going to go towards it ourselves, and we'll see what happens. I actually entered this area one time yesterday, just for a little bit, and fought some of the enemies. Could be interesting going through it, but I guess we'll see. I mean, we're at level 60 right now, 61. So we'll probably hit like another level, 2 or 3 levels along the way. By the way, what's up, chat? Good morning. What's up, Jack? Let's see. Actually, get rid of this guy. The Camelot Spearman seems to be bugging out a little bit. All right, before we actually go in there, I'm gonna rest for a second so that way it gets rid of the summons, and then I will resummon them inside there. Okay. Here we go. Potentially the final stretch. Yeah, I've gone back and forth on whether or not I would just wait for the patch, but I really want to see this through today. And then 2 is my spearman. I'm gonna need these guys. Alright, let's go. The only other side quests that I currently have anyways were ones that are bugged out as well, like Brotherly Love and the Crumble. I can't hand in either of those. Oh, there's something over here. By the way, we are going to... So I have done a lot of optional bosses and stuff leading up to this. I know... I'm not sure what any of them are, but I know that there are multiple endings. But there's one special one, or true, that we are going to be going for. It's just unfortunate we can't get it while also completing the story in the final area. But it is what it is.
What a whim! Ah, that's all you've got. You survived that.
Nice. Okay. Right now I'm using magic explosive arrows, which these are kind of just extra arrows that I made as a backup source, but they seem to be doing all right. Uh-oh. Oh. Made a little nervous for a second there. Hold, it's trying to save. There we go. There are more enemies out here? Kidding. I don't think he'll be able to reach me. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, it's...
Is that supposed to?
Level 62. Okay. It sucks. I don't think we can... Yeah, since we're indoors, we won't be able to place these down. But we will be going back outside after some time. So that should be all right. I don't know how large this place is actually going to end up being. If it's going to be like the Sagramore Castle. Or if it'll be like this. I don't know if this is the correct way. Oh, hold on. I was going to go left here. Also looks like you can go down there. Oh, that's where we just came from.
Oh, you pay for that.
Okay, so it looks like you can go either way. Let's go this way first. Oh, let me get out of there. They're actually getting stunned.
Take that, fool!
Alright, we got it. 2 4-dweller shields. I mean, honestly, I really think if I ever did a second playthrough, I would probably do like a sword and shield. As somebody who doesn't usually do melee in a lot of these types of games, I feel like a lot of the stuff I've came across here would actually be really fun with like a sword and shield playthrough. I don't know where my other summons went. There they are. Comrade Lorax, thank you for the sub. See, this is why I brought extra arrows. Because we're already down to 47. And I came into this place with like 150. What's up, Johnny? How's the game? It's still been a ton of fun. Personally, this is within like my top 3 favorite games of the year so far. Gonna be hard to beat that, I think, too. For myself, but the only thing that I think will bring it down for other games, like once the year is over, is going to be stability of other stuff. Unfortunately, with the release of this game and how buggy it is, even for main quests and stuff, that's where it's gonna leave me a little more sour. All of that aside, though, it's absolutely such a fun one. Oh god. Alright, I need to bring my summons quick. Oh boy. My summons are working on the 4-dweller, I'm working on the giant. Got him. Let me try using... Oh, no, I can't. There it is. Can you play in third person in the game? You can. It's more of an accessibility option. And it does need a little bit of work, to be honest, if they are planning on it. But you still technically are able to. It's just, you know, it's not going to be perfect. Apparently, that's like one of the things that they added last second. Maybe we can talk to this giant? What's the navigation like? Do they have quest markers for quests? Yep. Yeah, it's pretty friendly with showing you where to go. Whoa. This area looks... Oh, I almost fell off. Oh, that's the crown. Okay, hold on. That's our main objective. Without a doubt, that's our main objective. I want to see if there's anything over here. Unless if this is just the second route that you can go. Don't mind me, I'm just taking a stockpile food break. Oh. What's up, Leroy? I appreciate it. When the fights don't actually regen your stamina, it gets pretty rough for using the bow. Okay. Take one more look here. Where are we? Oh, okay. This just leads back here. I see. Hey, that's awesome, Leroy. Or Leroy. Okay. Let's go get this. We do one more save here. We'll do save 3. All right. Here we go. The final artifact in King Arthur's crown. Sorry, you're a little bit in the way. You know, let me get rid of these guys for a second. Arthur's memory. Okay.
I am his burden, the man beneath the myth.
Bind the soul to the stone.
I am the face that time forgot, the name that was never enough.
Let's see what memory he has.
First, you used these people to win yourself a kingdom.
Carrot.
Now you herded them here under threat of being stomped to death by giants if they leave or disobey. After all that they've gone through, all that they've done, all that they've suffered, this is how you intend to repay them.
No kingdom will stand with people like them within its borders. They would have to change their ways. The Del Rita are not ready for this. You know this.
You did worse than all of them combined, and you are the one responsible for all they've done so far. They fought for your name and under your banners. Does this mean you're not fit to be a king? Not ready to have a kingdom?
I left the heritage of Pendragon behind me. I severed the ties between myself and my tribe. I lost all that tied me to the past when I became king. I set a new path for myself. They are not ready to do that.
Bullshit. You forced them to go against their sacred traditions. You destroyed their identities. They betrayed their comrades because you ordered them to. They kidnapped the children of the giants because you told them to do it. Everything they did was so that you could win this war. And now what? You're going to punish them for being your best, fiercest soldiers, most loyal of your men?
This is not...
Oh, stop with your excuses already. You broke them, and now you're abandoning them to starve or freeze to death in these damned lands.
This kingdom needs to be built on peace, Caradoc. Letting them live among merchants, lords, and ladies in Camelot or Timberwall. How would that go?
Exactly as anyone would expect it to go.
So we would end up with a civil war. Right after we won the war that almost annihilated us all.
Oh, damn you. I've had enough. I stood by you through everything. Even what you did to me. To Seawall. I let it all slide. I told myself it was for something. For a noble cause. But this is where I draw the line. I renounce my oaths, and I'm walking away. Put a blade in my back if that helps you sleep. I don't care. Not anymore.
Oh. Okay. So that's how he do everything.
Now I remember it all. I left the best of my people here. I betrayed their loyalty. And for what? Everything. This land, it had a glorious past, but it has no future. There is no way to save it.
You're unfair to Del Rita.
I know. I see it now. And it was my decision that cost them the ability to grow and change. I may have been right about the diagnosis. Now I see I could have been wrong about the cure. The tribes helped us win the war. They were fearless and followed every order. They were the most loyal of all. But I left them broken. And after the war, their bloodlust was insatiable. I had to do something. This felt like the only choice.
What was that about the giant's children? Well, we kind of know about that. but I'll ask him.
The giants sided with our enemy. We had to find a way to remove them from the equation.
The eternal sleep thing.
Under cover of night, the tribes stole their children.
Jeez.
I told the giants their offspring were our hostages, and that we would slaughter them if they refused to bend the knee. One of the most humiliating moments of that whole war, both for me and for the Del Rita.
I didn't expect Caradoc to care about something.
Caradoc had the clearest eyes of any of us. He saw things for what they were. And I think I destroyed that. Destroyed him with all I did. I turned him into this. And now he's only a shadow of the man I once knew. He used to carry hope. Now all he carries is vengeance.
What was that about the Pendragon?
I come from the Pendragon bloodline. A heritage drenched in as much blood as that of the Del Rita. A heritage that pillaged and fought in the homelands for longer than anyone can remember. And unable to build anything that withstood the test of time. I decided to leave it behind me when we won the war against the Four Dwellers, and built our kingdom on Avalon on stronger foundations. Now we've seen that my bloodline must have been cursed. There's nothing left. Nothing worth saving. Nothing worth rebuilding. I gave everything I had to this land. My blood, my soul, my name. And the land devoured it all. I betrayed the ones who believed in me. I cut down the men who fought for me. I turned away from my own blood to build something better. And all I built was another ruin. I thought I was forging a future. I was just extending the fall.
Damn. So the crown, what do we do about the giant?
Do what you want. There's nothing about this land that I recognize anymore. All I've ever done got turned into dust, corrupted against my intentions, destroyed. Why bother?
Okay. Caradoc told me our last meeting would be at the charred conclave. So, now that we have the crown, I think there's 3 locations we need to go to. But we'll see. I don't know if Caradoc's going to be right here.
And future king, you return. Speak your will through the mortal you now inhabit. Is it time for us to awaken?
Ooh. Yeah, I think I'll have them lead the tribes. It's time for rest. You may sleep forevermore. But I told them I would awaken them. March on Camelot. You will lead the Del Rita tribe. Or Del Rita.
The Del Rita have long been our allies. Through their eyes, we have watched your kingdom fall into corruption. Camelot will fall. Your will shall be done.
There it is. Shadow of the Giants. Oh boy, man. Gonna get interesting. Where is the... I don't know where the charred conclave is. What's up, Otaku? What's up, Sea Kayak? Yeah, I'll see if there's a way I can turn down the... I know it'll only send a maximum of 3 per day. Or should. But I'll see if there's a way I can turn off alerts for the vertical streams, because that's something I don't really... Like, vertical is just for discoverability in the first place. There might be a toggle, but I'm not sure if there is not. I'd rather not put out an alert for that one and just live as is. Okay, so where is this? The charred conclave. So that cleared out, or no, it didn't. Oh, they're here. Only the 2 of them. The 2 tribes.
We are ready to begin the moot. We were only waiting for your return, once and future king. You were strong enough to walk the king's thread.
And my axe.
And you conquered it. What is your will, my king? What decision have you made regarding the giants?
The giants will support your war. They will lead the Dalrita tribes against Camelot.
Glory be to you, once and future king. Fame and honor to you for all time. Thanks to you, Camelot will fall, and with it, the dead laws and the suppression of the Dalrita tribes. Thank you, my king, for your intervention. I, the voice of the Dalrita tribes, accept your decision with humility and gratitude.
All right. Anything else I can still say regarding the moot?
Nothing stirs a Volkir's soul more than the chaos of true war. There, we shall be at our strongest. I only hope Camelot's armies have the courage to meet us in the field, instead of cowering behind their city walls and forcing us into some tedious siege.
So be it. My plans to rebuild the tribe must wait. But perhaps the Thoid scattered across the land will join our march. I only hope that many of us return home safely. Without Thoid blood,
Oh boy.
rebuilding a tribe as strong as we once were will be no easy task.
Well, I guess we'll see on that. Okay, time to go to 3 locations. Or no, there's 5 of them. With the first one starting around here. Because now we have all the materials that we need to be able to do this. What's up, Alderdice? I am not sure. Have you heard about it been able to get the armor of Sir... I can't remember if I did or not, to be honest. Go perception. Oh wait, we also have the King's Soul item as well. I'm gonna go more critical hits. Critical damage. What do we have here? When using the King's Soul, your physical damage and spell power increased by 50%. When using the King's Soul, your actions do not cost mana or stamina and do not use up normal quality ammunition. Killing enemies restores a portion of King's Soul. Ooh, that's really good. I think I'd rather... only if I start using it more, though. I'm gonna take this one. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I wonder if we go to these 5 locations, if it'll give me the last items that we need. Oh, what's up, Psychora? Are you in Act 3? Yes, we're in the final part. We just got the... Oh. We just got the final item. So, my goal here is to wrap this up. So there's 3 things we need to do here. Oh, I remember this guy. Forgot about this. King Arthur's Crown. Increase strength, dexterity, perception, practicality, and spirituality by 5. You deal increased damage. I mean, wearing the whole
Have
set
a safe journey.
would be great, but it weighs you down so much. Oh, here it is. So we need to find each of these. Oh, the tomb of Sir Lancelot. Well, what's up, Mr. Jester? I thought I was watching Oblivion. It's easy to get them mixed up, to be honest. There's a lot of stuff here that reminds me just as much of my Oblivion playthrough. Oh. So I think we could have done this tomb way earlier on, since I do have the... I've had Excalibur for a while now.
Take that, fool!
Oh. Lancelot.
My hands were made to serve the king, not rot in idleness. This emptiness, I cannot bear it. I threw myself into nothing, and nothing is what I became. Nothing without my king. Nothing without my blade.
Sir Lancelot?
No, no, no. Don't speak that name. It's a traitor's name, hateful and vile. Let it be cursed. Let it be forgotten.
What happened to you?
I died a traitor's death, trampled and torn apart. Fitting. So very fitting. I thought that would be enough. But I failed him in life. How could one measly death be my absolution? I couldn't. I can't. I clawed my way out of the abyss, but came back empty-handed.
Arthur, maybe you should talk to him.
Arthur? No. No, please. He cannot see me like this. He mustn't be made to look at me. My blade. My erendite. Who remained behind. In the abyss. Deep in the weirdness. I cannot face my king without it. My sword belongs to him, as do I. But without it, I am nothing. I cannot kneel before him and offer him nothing.
Oh, shoot. Oh. Unless. Oh, it brought me somewhere else. I thought it was gonna make me, like, leave or something. Eldritch Reaper. One hit. Erendite. I have the blade. And slot.
My name should have died with me. Why does it still linger?
Is this what you were looking for?
Erendite. Oh. How I long to hold it again. Just the weight of it in my hand makes me feel almost whole again. Like I might be worthy. Like maybe not everything was lost.
You're still dead, you know that, right?
I know I am. But even the dead can serve. Better than the living sometimes. I have nothing to fear, and nothing to lose. The only burden I carry is regret. The only thing I seek is absolution.
Would you like to talk to Arthur now?
No. I know. I feel that he's with you. But there's nothing I could say to him. I won't beg forgiveness for my betrayal. I don't even know what I feel more. His mercy or his scorn. Please, as his closest confidant, take my blade. And I beg you, let me serve you and Arthur on your journey. Let me prove my devotion, my remorse, not with words, but with deeds. Let me earn his trust again. This is all I ask.
Whoa, okay, well, speaking of his armor, there you go. I mean, we have King Arthur's stuff at this point, too, which looks pretty sick. But then we would lose out on the critical damage. Critical damage by 25% when your health is below 20%. Increased physical damage by 25%. Melee critical. Yeah, Sir Lancelot stuff wouldn't work for me. Attack speed by 25 when your health is below. Some good stuff, though. Yeah, man, like, that right there, too, like I was saying earlier. There's so many different armor sets and gear and different play styles that you can craft here. And it all looks so good, too. Mask looks cool, yeah. A lot of them are awesome. Oh.
Your Majesty, it's an honor to have you among us again. Thank you for helping me find my way back to your knight. I regret not doing a better job of guarding him.
How do you know Arthur's with me?
I'm a Pict. I can sense the wordness and the spirits within it.
Oh.
I knew you weren't alone when I saw you emerge. The soul you carry, however weak it may appear, is deeply connected to the wordness, and to Avalon itself. Souls like that are rare. Besides, only the one who wields the power of Excalibur within could open this tomb. And that is rarer still.
What is the soldier doing behind? My summons get a little crazy sometimes. Who are you?
My name is Fianola. I am here on behalf of the Royal Geographers. I was sent to do, well, quite a lot of work, actually. And as useful as it would be, the wordness never blessed me with an extra set of hands. Say, traveler, how would you feel about joining the oldest, most prestigious guild in Avalon?
Depends on what I need to join.
Oh, but you've already done the most important thing. You found what was lost and opened a new path. What better way to prove yourself as a true geographer in the making?
Oh, you're the one that left that. About your guild. If it's so prestigious, how come I've never heard of it?
Yet you use our maps, don't you?
Yeah.
Our work is vital, but often unseen. For centuries we've roamed this island, charting its every corner and noting the dangers that unsuspecting travelers might face. You should be more appreciative, you know.
After so many centuries, is there anything left to explore on Avalon?
Avalon's nature is ever-shifting, ever-changing. The wordness transforms not only living beings, but the land itself. Some places become unreachable, while others that appear are new to us. And there are those that have been forgotten, waiting to be rediscovered and brought into the light.
The guild accepted a Pict among its ranks?
Why wouldn't they? My kin are familiar with the wordness in a way others can't be. With the fog thickening, we can reach places that have become inaccessible to most.
What do the royal geographers have to do with the Knights of the Round Table?
Everything. Our most important mission is preservation of Avalon and the pillars it was built on. We were sworn to protect the tombs of the first knights, but they were lost to us. There were rumors that the tombs were sealed, and only King Arthur could open them. Turns out, the rumor was true after all.
Tell me about the other tombs.
I appreciate your eagerness, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. The other tombs are scattered across Avalon, hidden and sealed, waiting for the one who can call the knights back. Let your soul guide you. Find them, and I will find you.
Okay. Sir Lancelot Shade has joined us. Is that something you wanted as well?
What is King Arthur without his faithful knights? Merely half a legend, if not less. They thrive by his side, and he thrives by theirs. And Avalon's foundations only grow stronger because of it. Sir Lancelot carries centuries of grief, and only serving his king once more can ease it.
Okay.
The road is long, but the next tomb awaits.
The next tomb awaits. Not wrong. Let's make our way to the next one. You know what? For now, just so these guys stop spawning in front of me everywhere I go, I'm gonna get rid of them. Also, we need to drop off this gear, because it's probably gonna bring me or bring my carry weight down. Okay, so the next one is over in Kunok. Yeah, by the way, we are 50 minutes in. Thank you all for the likes so far if you're watching on YouTube or TikTok. I appreciate it as always. Everywhere is Casas Plays, and all episodes so far already up on YouTube. Under the playlist tab, you can always find everything I play, categorized, full playthroughs inside there. I can already tell you someday I will come back and do another playthrough of this. When? I have no idea. But one day, I absolutely will. Because I can already see a completely different play style I would do. Alright, so the next one is right here, around that area. So we're gonna fast travel here.
We're not safe here. I'll strike you down.
Oh, that's the worst.
Your armor won't save you.
There we go. I was gonna say, it only takes like one hit. Okay, so it's down there. Oh, there it is. That's gotta be it. Tomb of Sir Gawain. Gawain? Or Gawain? Kind of strange crypt. If I keep moving forward, I might stumble upon something interesting. I think this is the first one we actually got a quest for this. I don't know if we got a quest for the last. Do we still have? Okay, we still have Divided We Fall. So I guess I could use even this save. I guess it's as long as you don't go to Caradoc. I think meeting with Caradoc is the final. Oh man, ouch. Oh my gosh. Oh, there's somebody all the way down there. Who are you?
Ah, a visitor. It has been a while since we've had one, hasn't it, my dear Gawain? Will I need to carry the bones of my only companion to his resting place today? Or could it be that this is the day when our souls are finally laid to rest?
Who are you?
I am Sir Bertilac, Wanderer. I keep watch over the cursed, restless sleep of dearest Sir Gawain. He is dear to me now, but long ago, I thought little of him. An honorless, arrogant whelp he seemed to me. But when I struck him down and saw him look up at me in quiet wonder as he drew his last breath, I understood then that we were the same. Both tools in the hands of those with power, afterthoughts in the games they played.
Those with power, what do you mean?
The endless, hateful dance of a pair of siblings so alike, they were a mirror of each other. The Lady Morgaine had me believe I was meant to cut short the reckless, unruly ways of her brother's knights, to prove he let them act without honor. She said she only wished to be heard. But as I sat here, forgotten, I came to understand. She wanted Arthur to hurt, as she had been made to hurt.
Said Sir Gawain was first?
With cunning, with expedience. He was given a choice: die with honor, or live without it. But is a choice truly a choice if its only purpose is deception? Gawain chose life, yet I struck him down. And in the end, he got neither life nor death. Only suffering. And me, the only one left to remember.
Okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Apologies, Wanderer. For a very long time, the good Sir Gawain has been my only company in this place. As much as he was once known for his sharp wit, time and decay have taken his voice from him. I've grown used to our conversations being one-sided. I hope you'll forgive me if I slip into old habits.
How can your souls be put to rest? Oh.
Challenge me, Wanderer. End my lonely vigil. And after I fall, take up my axe. Give my dear Gawain one last duel, and one final death. If you are the one the Lady Morgaine truly meant to punish, then at last we may find our rest. Now, will you fight?
Yes, I challenge you, Sir Bertilac.
So be it. May the one who falls find peace.
Oh, all right. Oh, we got a whisper too. Oh boy. Gang, help out here. Or is this just another? Oh, dude, that's the worst. What's up, Dave? What's up, J-Bear? Oh. Oh no, now we have to fight Twain. Yeah, I will at some point do a second playthrough, but probably not right after. I also definitely want to give them time to patch the game up further, because there's a lot here that needs... Oh, that's the Green Knight? Oh. Man, I want to watch the, there's a few, like, King Arthur related movies that I really want to watch. I didn't know that was the Green Knight. Or that's what, like, because I went into this not knowing anything about anyone. The Green Knight's helm. Increased melee critical chance by 25%. We also got Sir Gawain's. Decreased stamina regen by 15. Attacks restore 10 stamina. What else do we have? Physical damage by 25% when your health is below or above 90. Increase max stamina by 50. Decrease stamina regen by 20. Taking damage restores 20 stamina. Increase max stamina by 10. Decrease stamina regen by 5. Each point missing of stamina increases physical damage by 1%. That actually would be really good. Increase max stamina by 20. Decrease max stamina by 10. Or stamina regeneration by 10. Killing an enemy reduces stamina cost to 0 for 5 seconds. Decrease incoming damage by 33% when your stamina is below 15. Wow. So we would need 10 strength and 15 endurance. You know, I might work towards this. I wouldn't mind using the Green Knight. Okay, maybe. Maybe. Okay. Another tomb complete. We got 3 more to go. Three more to go. We also have a whisper with Arthur.
Poor Sir Gawain, the knight who gave his life for the honor of his king. He didn't deserve to be forgotten. At least now, he has a purpose once more.
When will I meet the other members of the royal geographers?
I've been dreading that question. I won't lie. You've already met them all, I'm afraid. I'm the last. I'm the last remaining member of the guild, and have been for the past 100 years. Well, until now. You can see why I was so excited for you to join.
You're 100 years old?
A long life is a gift the wordness grants to many, but to me, it's been even more generous than most. Maybe I'll live only as long as I'm needed, or maybe longer. Whatever the wordness wills, I'll accept it, like I always have.
You speak of the weirdness like it's a sentient being.
It's a bit more complicated than that. The wordness is our fears, our desires, and the mark we leave on this world. It can be whatever we wish it to be, and we can become whatever it chooses to make of us. We are part of the wordness, and it is part of us. It shapes us, yes, but we can shape it in return. Not as well as the Foredwellers once could, but perhaps all we need is time.
So the guild doesn't exist anymore? Not really, but you speak of it as if it does.
I was brought into the guild by Eleanor Dunn, a royal geographer who found the one dearest to her soul among my tribe. She lived among us for many years, but when her beloved became one with the wordness, Eleanor was allowed to prepare her body for the last rites, yet never truly as one of us. My people accepted their bond, but never her. So she left, and I followed her, as a good daughter should, even if not by blood. I met a few more members as I traveled with her, but over time, they grew fewer and fewer, until only I was left. But as long as one of us is still alive, so is the guild, and I won't let my second family be forgotten.
What if Sir Gawain just wanted peace?
We all want peace, but it rarely comes easily. The knights swore to protect Avalon, and now they have the chance to fulfill that oath. Sir Gawain will find his peace, as will you, and his majesty. But it will take effort from all of us. A strong king means a strong Avalon, and for that, he needs his knights.
How exactly would that strengthen Avalon?
The wordness is like a web. Without strong threads to hold it together, it tears apart, and chaos follows. Every soul wandering Avalon is one of those threads, but the ones who shaped it, their threads are the strongest. King Arthur and his knights once brought peace to Avalon. Their very presence helps to calm the turmoil, even now.
There was another knight in Gawain's tomb. It was green.
Sir Bertilac, from Gawain's executioner to his protector. There's no need to worry about him. His soul walks Avalon freely now, shining bright. All of Morgaine's darkness has lifted. I'm sure he and Sir Gawain will cross paths again, this time without the shadow of a curse between them.
Okay.
Another night still waits in the mist.
Yes, it does. Yeah, from now on, before we leave, like, the tomb, and we go chat with her, I will unsummon these guys. What's up, Tom? Also, what's up, Dr. Ed? Forget if I said what's up earlier. But hello. Wait, hold on. I want to talk to... Yeah, this is a little bug. Let me place this down. Fast travel out of here. We need to go around. Oh, yeah, right there. I've actually been there, but I never went in, I don't think. See what Arthur has to say. About the tomb of Lancelot.
Oh, Lancelot. It was painful to watch what became of him.
How was Lancelot before?
Confident, steadfast, eloquent. Nothing like the tormented soul you've seen. He was admired by the people and by his fellow knights. He had quite the following, though he never seemed to care for it. Only later did I realize how wrong I had been. He was also much sought after. Left a trail of broken hearts wherever he went. But there was only one he ever held in his heart. And that was Avalon.
Did Lancelot truly betray you?
I always believed Lancelot to be honest to a fault. He never hesitated to speak his mind. And I valued that in him as much as his loyalty. I trusted him completely. And I thought his faith in me, in my vision for Avalon, was just as strong. But it wasn't. I don't know when or how that trust was lost, and to this day, it still pains me. But know this, even in betrayal, Lancelot never sought to serve himself. He was a good man. Yet even the best of men can falter and lose their way.
Will you forgive him?
I forgave him long ago. What saddens me is that he still cannot forgive himself. But I understand why. The rebellion he led hurt not only me, it wounded all of Avalon. And Lancelot always hated senseless bloodshed. to be the cause of so much suffering. Perhaps fighting by our side will finally bring him peace.
About Gawain.
I'd rather not speak of him, but I suppose I owe him that much. Morgaine and I, we shared only half our blood, yet both inherited the worst of our father's traits. Pride, arrogance, stubbornness. I was angry at her for humiliating me yet again, and angry at Gawain for falling so easily into her trap. He was never the perfect knight, nor did he try to be. But he was brave and bold, and he didn't deserve to become a pawn in our quarrel. I should have taken more of an interest in his fate, but there was always something more pressing, until I ran out of time. Although, if you think about it, we did end up sharing similar fates.
Ryan, thank you for the prime there. Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate it. What was Galahad like in your day? Wait, they're both the same thing.
Much the same. He was a fierce warrior, determined to win at any cost. I watched him closely, and I found him too consumed by cruelty. That is why I chose Seawall and Palamedes as my closest confidants, not him. Yet this Galahad still seems devoted to Camelot and the old ways, and he remains just as fierce.
Okay. There it is. We don't have any levels yet. I'm about to hit level 63. So the next one is this right here. Apparently I discovered it, I just never actually went in. I don't think. Unless if I did go in and I couldn't do anything. Oh no, it looks like I did. But that lady didn't show up. For sure, she didn't show up last. Oh, wait. I remember this one. Oh, God. Hold on. Maybe there's someone at the end of it. This is like the jester set. Whoa, that wasn't there last time. Dude, the music here is so good too. Oh. I was gonna say that's definitely we don't have a quest in here, right? What's up, Sloot? a lot of fake stuff. Or fake walls. So. This is Dracula's castle? It could be, honestly. Okay, so we arrived here last time. But we never found anybody. Like, there's his stuff. If you're here, it means you plan to give us the same fate that was given to you. Drag us into another war for Avalon. One we've given no chance of winning. I didn't read this last time. The best of luck to you in safe travels. I, Dagonet, hereby declare that I fulfilled my oath and wandered off in an undisclosed direction. So you can't rouse me from eternal sleep. Let this be my final prank upon you, once and future king. Not that you have ever had much of a sense of humor. Ah, well. You'll have to live with this one. Yes, you can take my armor. I left it here for you. The bones, leave those. I have no idea whose they are anyway. Wait, I didn't read that last time. Damn. Yeah, I just took the armor. Okay, so maybe now she will be out here. We also got a whisper for Arthur. That one is a really fast one. Yep, there she is.
Oh, you don't look too pleased. Did the trickster play us for fools?
Talk about the first nights like you knew them.
No. I may be old, but not that old. But I was once involved with a man who did.
Oh.
He knew the first nights personally. He used to tell me stories about them. Some funny, some sad. I think he missed them more than he cared to admit. But not the king. When it came to Arthur, he had nothing but contempt. And sometimes, that contempt bled into everything else.
Were you with Caradoc?
Oh, so you've met him. Of course you have. I should have guessed. You brought back his majesty, and he is the center of Caradoc's very existence. Ugh, he's such a miserable sod. I'm sure he knows I'm around, but I'd kill for him to just come and say hello.
I gather things didn't end happily.
He's a bitter man, and that bitterness darkened every bit of joy I tried to share with him. We were brought together by a special kind of loneliness. But while I see my life as an opportunity, he sees his as a curse. And he may not be wrong. Our circumstances are very different. Still, I wish I could have made him happy, even if only for a little while. I couldn't, and it was hurting us both too much to keep trying.
King Dagonet left a note. Seems he wasn't too eager to serve Arthur again.
Well, you've seen it for yourself. He wasn't your average knight. He was always praised for his cunning and his devotion, both to his fellow knights and to the realm. But he was also a clever man, always thinking ahead. I suppose one lifetime of battles is enough for some. If he wishes to be left in peace, who are we to deny him?
Bye.
Go and seek the next of the fallen. They need you.
To the next one. I love the music for that place. The last two, I think, are in the Forlorn Swords. So, we get to this spot. Oh. Oh, God. Get out. Move, move, move. The next one, I believe, is right there. Chat, by the way, again, thank you all for the likes. Really do appreciate it. The next big playthrough I will be doing is going to be Dune. The Dune Awakening game drops on the 5th into early access. I don't know what we're gonna do until then, to be honest, but I'll find something. One sec, let me save here. And give me 1 minute, then we should be good to go. I'll be right back. Once this finishes, there. BRB. All right, I am back. And we're good. All right, so we need to go down that way. Let's follow this road. There it is. One's pretty easy to find. Oh, you needed the crown. Also, what's this? Oh, okay. Yeah, our main objective, I guess it's over here. I remember there was one spot right here that had the crown, the shield, and the Excalibur. But I also heard that might be the final spot. I don't know. I didn't look while we were in there. We'll see though.
You made a big mistake. You're finished. You're finished.
And we leveled up. Wait, there's somebody here. Who are you? The Avalon?
It is you. I wasn't expecting such a grandiose visit, my king. And I see that you were brought here by some lad. That's kind of you, stranger. But you'll have to pardon the mess. These halls ain't fit to welcome a king, nor the one who bears him within.
Who are you?
Ah, right. Sometimes I forget that not everything's as clear as it once was. Truth be told, I tend to lose sight of a few important things myself. But to the point, my name is Gawain, I'm a craftsman, a blacksmith, and the keeper of this place. The pleasure is mine, kind lad. And your grace, of course.
What is this place?
This, kind lad, is the tomb of the knight who never came. There was once a grim legend that claimed this tomb was built out of fear. Fear of an ancient curse Morgana cast upon Arthur. She foretold that all the great knights who were denied the king's favour and honours would rise at the end of days as an army of the dead. They would march on Camelot, seize the capital, shatter the Round Table to dust, defile the royal relics, and from the ruins, forge a kingdom of their own. But those are just stories from the old days.
How do you know that I carry the king?
This tomb opens only for two kinds of brave souls. Knights who were never granted a seat at the Round Table, and the king himself. I've been sitting here long enough to know what kind of knight visits the tomb. And your visit is unlike any other.
Can you leave this place?
No, I would cease to be. I'm bound here by an oath I made to his grace. The one who now dwells within you, but is perfectly fine. It is my home, and so it shall remain for all time.
You mentioned that you're a craftsman, a blacksmith, and a keeper of this place. What does that mean?
Anyone who finds their way here usually comes seeking eternal rest, and rest like that calls for a proper gravestone. I carve each one with my own chisel. They also bring battle-scarred equipment. My hammer mends what needs mending, so it will serve them well in the land of the dead. And the dead? Well, they need a keeper. Someone to watch over them when unrest stirs. Believe me, those who chase glory in life don't always lie in peace.
Do you need any help with your work?
Really kind of you, lad, but no. Or, well, maybe there is something. You see, I once made a habit of carving gravestones in advance, so that any knight arriving here could choose the one beneath which they'd rest for eternity. Unfortunately, I've misplaced me chisel. It slipped and fell all the way into the depths. Clang, clang, clang. If you can find it, I would be most grateful.
And what about those who do not rest in peace?
If we do not speak of them, then we won't stir their slumber. The dead prefer silence. Best not to call their names.
So you're saying that nobody has visited the tomb in all these years?
Aye. Fewer knights these days, and even less knighthood to speak of. No wonder that so few of them come. Such are the times we live in.
What do you have?
Hope you find something worth your time.
Yeah, let's check his shop. Bone mask. Okay, so he's got some relics. Movement speed. Weapon supply chill. Weird stone. I get rid of that. Don't need that. Might swap back to the Doombringer. Being able to attack by like 100% attack speed is kind of crazy. Asked me to find his chisel somewhere in the lower levels of the tomb. Okay, cool. Are you interacting with the NPC with your own voice? The only thing I'm doing is I'm reading it out loud, and then I click the dialogue option. That way it flows a little bit better. Yeah, That's what I kind of like, to be honest, for games that like don't have main character voices, because especially as somebody who does like Let's Plays and stuff, it allows you to put your own. I mean, granted, it's not like I'm like voice acting it, I'm just reading it, but I feel like it does help with flow, rather than having like a main character voice actor who would just say a lot of these same lines. Probably better. The Butcher's Tool. Okay. See, this place seems a lot larger than the last. Oh, there's an elevator there. Okay. You know what I could probably do? Live streamers do that? Yeah. I feel like that's like the best way to go about it. Trust. Wait, it worked. Now we backtrack. The Abandoned Warrior. Ooh, summon the Crystal Crawler? What is that? Oh, I think we might have had one of these. Yeah, we did. Those guys are really fast, though. Okay, maybe I should have gone the other way. I think I backtracked too much. Less of his tools are like down here. One of those. Alright, yeah. Oh, there's also another way. Alright, let's go the correct route. Yeah, if you like Elder Scrolls, Swami, you'll probably have a good one with this. A good time. He's definitely gonna wake up. Excuse me, sir.
What a whip! You're finished.
Why are they popping out of thin air? It's the summons following me. Because you lose track. You get far enough from them after some time, and then they'll pop up like in front of you. Like that. Let's see. Oh, is somebody else here? Talk to you first.
You
Sir
kept
Vast.
us waiting. Your tombs gathered quite a lot of cobwebs and spiders. Best tidy up a little.
You were waiting for me?
Ah, of course. Of all the forgotten knights who never came, you stand closest to the king. When you finally join us, you'll tell us what it was like to hear his voice to share so many battles by his side. I won't deny my envy, but in death, you'll be our equal, and then we'll speak as comrades.
I'm not planning on dying anytime soon.
I've met many who said the same, loudly and proudly, like it meant something. Their bones now line forgotten crypts, still clutching that same bold promise. Sooner or later, you'll find yourself on my side of existence. So yeah, no bold promises, unless they carry some potential to be fulfilled.
What are you doing here?
I've been resting in a tomb for the past 3 centuries, so not much, really. I've been resting in a tomb for the past 3 centuries, so
not much, really.
Not much, really. Unless, of course, you're pointing out that I'm not in my own grave, in which case, fair enough. But what can I say? I do enjoy the occasional posthumous strolls.
How did you die?
I came to this tomb of my own accord, as did many of us. I knew our time was drawing to a close. The gates opened, and so I entered. I had a few words with Gawain and then headed to the crypt prepared for me. With my own gravestone on my back, I treated it as my penance.
You mentioned penance. Penance for what?
Sometimes, when men want something badly enough, they're capable of truly awful things. I killed 5 knights. Each one stood higher than me in the race for a seat at the round table. 4 I cut down during a tournament. The last I drowned in a river. He was drunk as a skunk, didn't even comprehend what was happening. Quite the burden to repent for, wouldn't you say?
What do you think of Gawain?
Fine lad. If someone's to watch over my corpse, I'm glad it's him. I imagine long ago he had more to do. It's been a while since anyone new passed through.
Sir Vast, the king and I want your service. Will you join us?
I see. You pity the wretch who never reached his dreams. How noble of you. Truly. But I propose something fairer. Let's test it. Your cause, my worth. If I lose with dignity, I am all yours. If you still consider me a good candidate for service, but if you fall, then you'll lie in the tomb that's been waiting for you since before you drew your first breath. So, what do you say?
I accept.
Splendid.
Just waiting for him to turn hostile. Man, why do I bother with my summons? Alright, gents.
You made a big mistake. You're in for a world.
Lost. Oh, how I missed that rush. As I promised, I'll serve the 2 of you.
Okay.
Here is my oath. I shall be ready to fight at your side whenever you should call upon me. Thank you.
There it is. Oh, wait, that's sick. He's a summon? Summon Sir Vast to fight by your side. Whoa, that's really cool. What's up, Blue Cat? How much does he take? Oh, he takes it all. Jeez. Wait, that's really cool though. Okay. I'll leave him as my main summon. Is there anything in here? Nothing to read there. Wait, we never found his tools. I don't want to jump down yet. Like, I feel like they would be right here or something. But maybe not. Unless if they're like down in the water. Master's Chisel. Hold. I think I found it. All right, I'm just gonna jump back down. I don't know where it would be. Unless if it's the butcher's tools. Oh, wait, you can just walk back up. Dude, that's crazy. I went all the way back around. Oh, God. They're not in there. Not there. Let me see if I go back to... Unless if that's it. Oh, damn it. I missed it. Nope. The entrance. Oh, that takes us back outside. Okay, yeah.
Welcome, your grace.
Met the ghost of Sir Vas. He said that one grave, empty grave, is for me.
Ah, Sir Vas still lingers there.
Struggling with that.
I'm not surprised. Some knights wear death like a cloak, and even the grave forgets to close behind them. As for the empty grave, every soul that walks this tomb finds their name carved somewhere. It doesn't mean the end is near, only that the place remembers who you are, even if you forget. When the body finally rests in the grave, the epitaph completes itself. Step carefully.
Okay. It's in here, right? Oh, you can actually just drop down there. Wait, does this work? Ah, shit. I almost feel like it would be right here. Where would the chisel be? Up there, nope. Oh. Stone sword. I mean, you said on the lower levels, but how low of the levels are we talking here? No way. Oh, okay. There. Not that. Not that. Oh. All right, I'm looking this up again. can't find it. Try this. It's not mentioned there. Why are these results coming up? But it's not even pain. No one documented where to find the chisel? Apparently not. As far as everywhere I'm looking so far. Oh, where it is. Asked me to find the chisel somewhere in the levels of the tomb. I mean, like, yeah, I can keep on searching over and over again, but like, it's gonna be like the most obvious area or something. Dude, like, I have no idea. Oh, can't pick that up. It's way too heavy. Holy, that cracked sword is like 100 pounds. Like, I would assume it would be either in this room or outside of it. It's not on there. I'm also like checking these to make sure. Like, that's knocked down. Who took this guy's tools, man? At least our VOD friends have the ability to fast forward in moments like these. Okay, nothing. Go back down in here again. You see if anybody in the Discord mentioned it. I see the set that you get. Somebody gave screenshots of the set that you get for the quest, but I don't actually see where or what it is. I'll check under the elevator. Dude, this is gonna kill me. I mean, as long as it still counts that we came here. Yeah, nothing under the elevator. I mean, it's just a miscellaneous one, so maybe it won't matter. If we don't need to do it, then okay, sure. Yeah, I have no idea where the chisel is. Where the tools are. What's up, Maddie? How's it going still? It's been smooth as of recent. Some little things here and there though still. But oh my gosh, I swear to God, if it's like down here. I'm looking for some tools for this guy, and I've been searching for them for like 15 or 20 minutes now. We are in the final stretch here, though. Yeah, I have no idea. I have no clue. My brother, I searched everywhere for your damn tools, and I can't find them.
Your Grace. Hope you find...
I have searched every single spot. Two-handed, I'm never going to use a lot of these, so... Yeah, the only thing I found was the butcher tool. But I don't think that's... I think it literally has to be the tools. All right, let's go outside. Want to know what Reddit tells me about the tools? What's that? Is there anything? I've been looking up and down and I can't find any posts. Oh no, I think we have to find them. Yeah, because the lady didn't show up here. Let me look up. We have fun going on. Bro, what the? Okay, so it has to be the lower level. That's the sword. Yeah, we have to find these. Hold on. The only thing I can think of. Think you'll finish it today? We should. So basically there's this tomb and there's one more, and then we can go to the final spot. But I need to find these damn tools to finish this tomb. There's a wall with something you have to knock down, a hidden room. Oh, is there a wall? I don't think so. But I have the final quest. It's just I need to do this tomb and one more spot. And we're good. But I can't find these damn stuff. I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do before Dune. I started watching Attack of the Clones last night. Since I haven't watched that again in such a long time. So I might go back and do the DLC for Outlaws. Maybe. Because I feel like that would take up like 2 days worth. Or like 2 streams worth at least. 2 to 3. Brother. Please, this is killing me. Is there a digging spot I need to go to? You're playing the main story? Partially. What we're doing right now isn't necessarily part of the main story, but if you want to get the true ending, because there is a true ending, you need to complete these 5 tombs and the other stuff that I've done. So like you can do that, you can go through the story without doing these tombs and you'll still get a ending, but it won't be like the true final ending type thing. And this will open up a third option. That's all I know though. Like what exactly that option is, or like what the other options are, I don't know. But doing all of this will give us the full. Bro, this is killing me. Which tomb is this? I need to find the name of this tomb. Not like on the walls or in the statue, right? Check that opening there. I already checked that thing. My game is like starting to freak out. Brother, I have no idea where the hell you're stuck.
Your Grace. Hope you.
I don't know, maybe we just go to the other tomb and like see if anything new happens. Tomb of a Knight. Wait. Oh. I think it was bugged. Apparently. Oh no. Oh. I found it. I know who has it. The guy that we fought right here, the abandoned warrior, is supposed to have the chisel. I'm about to reload up until the point of where we walked in. Here's one. Maybe it's because I went to the bottom first. Is this after we've had the... Yeah, this is where we have Sir Vast. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Oh my God. That damn... The body had it. Alright, we got it. Jesus. The abandoned warrior. My game is struggling right now. I can see the frame rate is like dropping like crazy. I was about to... Because I didn't have any manual saves. About to cry there.
Welcome, Your Grace.
I found it. I found your chisel.
You did? I was starting to fear that one day I'd have to descend to the lower levels myself. I try not to go that deep. Makes me drowsy. Sometimes I feel like lying down in one of the empty tombs myself. Ha! Thank you. It is a great honor to receive aid from the king and his companion. Here, take this. I hope you both will find it useful.
There we go. We already did this one.
Stab.
Oh my god. That took way too much. Alright, well basically you had to loot the guy. But because I didn't loot everything, all I saw was the bones and everything at the top. I didn't take the stuff he needed. Each missing point of health increases max stamina, increased physical damage. Drop that. Increase max stamina by 50 when your health is below 25. Increase attack speed by 100% when your stamina is below 50. Whoa. Increase sneak damage by 100%. Increase stamina regeneration by 15. Let me see what is all the... To say if we threw this on. I mean, I still like my... Yeah, we would miss out on the critical damage. That's okay. All right, we have one more area. Holy, that took way too long.
It must be hard. To be denied what you believed was your destiny. To spend your life chasing the unattainable, only to die unfulfilled. It's no wonder they can't find peace.
There's a grave ready for me in the tomb of the knight who never came.
There's a grave ready for all of us somewhere. Though, maybe not all of us get to see it before it's our time. Did it frighten you? Such a stark reminder of your mortality.
No. I would say no. Just not sure if I want to rest with the others.
Why? Not your kind of company. Don't worry. I doubt anything could make you. You'll rest where you choose, or where you fall. Some souls are meant to wander longer, to carry the stories forward, rather than be buried with them. Whatever you decide, I'm sure Avalon will remember. The road is long, but the next tomb awaits.
Very well. And she's right, the next tomb does await. I think it's actually not far from here either. I think it's right there. So... this will be the last tomb. I can't believe how long that took. All because I didn't loot that guy's body fully. Well, like I said earlier, at least the VOD friends or people watching the VODs, just fast forward those sections. Oh, here it is. What is this one? The Tomb of Sir Galahad. Oh boy. Lucky knife. Yeah, I can tell the game's struggling. Probably turn vegetation down. Man, it is really struggling. Maybe it's just this area. Wait, was that 2 for 1? Galahad is down again. Oh, and again? What the hell? Why does he keep having the same, like, good armor again and again? Reduce attack speed. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna drop these. Oh, okay. Yeah, these aren't anything special. They just reduce. Which could actually work out if you were doing like a low stamina or low health.
I'm not beaten yet.
Forgot to equip some health potions. Here we go.
You, here. I can't believe this.
His voice line is bugged.
After everything I did for you.
Oh, there you go.
You won't even let me rest in peace.
Your king is calling. Honor the oath you swore long ago.
I swore to protect him until the day I died. And I did. I don't feel obligated to serve him anymore. I earned my rest.
You speak, that means you live. That oath still holds.
It's not my fault the weirdness woke me. And I know exactly who to blame. The one who kept coming back, growing stronger, and ruining our peace.
Let me speak to him, young one. Galahad, my friend, we come to you in our hour of need.
It wasn't enough to tamper with immortality on your own. You had to drag us into it too. Do you know, it was only after I died that I understood what you'd done. Becoming a Four-Dweller, Arthur. Really?
I've always valued your counsel, Galahad. But we were losing the war, and you were no longer at my side. I had no choice but to try becoming as powerful as they were.
Nonsense. There's always a choice. And you have made the worst one. How could you fraternize with the enemy? Go against everything we fought for? You're right. I wasn't there. If I had been, I'd have beaten you to death with my bare fists before letting you follow the advice of that old charlatan.
It was my choice, not Merlin's.
Keep telling yourself that. I know the truth. I always knew the old man was a manipulator, and you had too much on your shoulders to see what he was really doing.
I respect your opinion, Galahad. I only regret that we meet under these circumstances.
As do I. So, what now? You're taking my remains for a little trip, and I'm supposed to serve you again? Not that you're giving me a choice. If you take me from this place, my essence will be bound to your will. I never really had a choice, did I? The war, your transformation, it would have happened with or without me.
Probably, yes. But now, at least we can see it through to the end.
Do what you want. It's not like I have a choice. This will be the last time you hear me fully aware.
Then, is there anything you want to say to me, Galahad?
Just one thing. May the weirdness take you, traitor.
Damn. Hold on. Hold on. One sec. Not too happy with each other. All right, let's go.
You made a big mistake.
Oh god, there's a lot of them.
Making me angrier. What a whim! You're finished. I'm not beaten yet. That's supposed to work.
Summon? Wait, we got him as a summon? Okay, that's sick too. What the hell? Alright, I forgot we have Sir Vast. Damn it. Summon Sir Galahad. Well, there it is. That's the final tomb. I might need to restart my game. It is struggling. I've also heard though too, like the larger your save files get, or the more you do, it starts to lag in the back end.
And so, it is done. Now everything rests in your hands. Their souls, and the fate of Avalon.
What do you mean?
There is. But before I explain, understand this. I haven't lied to you. What we've done has helped. Those tormented souls and Avalon itself. But it's not the whole story. Arthur and his king still need to be released into the Wordness. I can make that happen. Not yet. But it's a choice you'll have to face when the time comes.
What if I choose not to?
Nothing. Avalon will go on, as it always has. But ask yourself, is that the right path? Should people live in fear of the Wordness, generation after generation? Should they carry on, haunted by an incomprehensible threat? Or should they be allowed to embrace it, to become part of it, without fear?
Do you want everyone to be like the Picts?
No. I want them to be more. My people may be close to the Wordness, but even we aren't immune to its more violent moods. What I want is for the people of Avalon to embrace the wordness, and for it to embrace them in return.
How would that work?
Arthur and his knights are the pillars of humanity in Avalon, and His Majesty's soul is unique.
Yeah.
Part human, part Four-Dweller. It's the best combination we could hope for, if we want to survive here. Releasing their souls into the wordness would leave a permanent mark of humanity on this land. The wordness wouldn't see us as intruders anymore, but as part of itself. Arthur and his knights worked tirelessly to make Avalon ours. This is their chance to finish what they started.
I'll think about it.
Thank you. That's all I ask. And before you go, there's one last thing I'd like to do. I hereby welcome you as a full member of the Royal Geographers.
Hey.
May you carry the legacy of Iryu the Fast Rider and Eleanor Dunn. May your paths be clear, your burdens light, and may Avalon remember your name. Farewell, traveler. I hope our paths cross again.
Okay. We're officially a member of the guild. Yeah, it's taking a second for it to load too. Let me do a manual save. We'll go over save too. I mean, we still have the quest open, so I might be able to save over my other ones. Man, it is taking a while. What's up, Anwar? Can you tell me why there's characters hate Arthur? So, pretty much, as a TLDR, everything that Arthur has done here for Avalon to try to help the people and stuff, he didn't really think about the consequences for a lot of the decisions he's made. And he thought he was doing the right thing, but in turn, it was just doing more harm or betraying. Like, basically, after he used people up, he just left them. He didn't go back to help them. He just let them be, so a lot of them feel betrayed in this ongoing war. And that goes from his people to his to the giants to the Four-Dweller. Like, there's so much. But essentially, everything he's done, now that he's been like with us reflecting on it, has kind of had him been like, at the time I did what I needed to do, but now I realize how I should have done things differently. Or there's one part where he actually says he still would do it again, but he wishes that it was better, you know. So he just has, it's a lot of regrets and a lot of like extra thought he didn't put into. So a lot of people hold that up against him, like, you were supposed to be the one that was supposed to help us. Did, but you just left us after you used us. Oh boy. About the tomb of Galahad.
Galahad. I should have known he wouldn't be too happy about being brought back. But I hoped he'd died in peace, and would return in peace. I was wrong.
This is an apology tour, pretty much. You two didn't get along even when he was alive?
War isn't a time when you can afford likes and dislikes. Galahad was a great warrior. He made decisions no other commander dared to. But would he have been a good leader in times of peace? I doubt it. That's why news of his death in battle came as a relief to me. Men like him, once they gain momentum, are nearly impossible to stop. In that regard, he and Galahad the Pure were quite alike.
How did the first Galahad die?
He led a dangerous expedition, one of the most important of the Age of Conquest. Had it succeeded, the war might have ended much sooner, but it didn't. And so the fighting went on. After the war, I had his remains recovered and this tomb built. Over time, he came to be seen as a noble martyr. But who he really was, well, you've seen that for yourself. I regret the fate he met. Let's make sure his sacrifice wasn't in vain.
Who is Dagonet in your time?
A truly fascinating man. He started out as a court jester, but it quickly became clear he was quite skilled with a blade as well. At first, I suspected he might be a spy for an enemy kingdom, but after he saved my life one day, my perspective changed. Of course, he still could have been a spy, but I decided to keep him close and watch him carefully, just in case. In time, though, he proved to be a loyal companion. He earned my trust, and without hesitation, I knighted him.
So what do you think of his message?
Well, it didn't surprise me much. That was Dagonet through and through. He always spoke his mind, caring little for what others might think. Even when it was my judgment he questioned. Only he and Palamedes ever dared to speak their minds openly in my presence, without fear of giving offense. Dagonet was decidedly less diplomatic than Palamedes, but it was precisely that honesty I valued in them both. Besides, from the start, he had a rare gift for foreseeing how things would unfold. I dare say, he even managed to make me laugh one last time.
Can we ask anything else? Looked like we had more conversation options there, but it might be bugged. Okay, well, we have everything we need. Let me also identify. Go back to the center here. I think the final section is in Connacht. Oh. Why does it do this?
Nice to see you.
It has me crouched. There we go. Is it actually over here? Oh, it is that one. Okay, yeah, that is the final area. Alright, we gotta drop a lot of stuff off. Attacks that have targets. Attacks against targets below 50% have 20% chance. Be critical hits. Galahad's mace. Just drop those. Alright. Everything else I will put away. So I have plenty of
hello
arrows.
there. Hello again.
We sell the basic items. Butcher tools. Okay. Let's make our way over there. I might restart my game just because it feels like it's lagging a little bit. And then we will do this. Go save 3. Just feels like it's taken a while to save and load. Close it. Give it a second for this finish uploading. Officially at 63 hours. Sheesh. What a game, though. Okay. Give me 1 second, and then we will do this. All right, do this. Let us see how this plays out. Funny, sometimes you never realize, but I feel like we're just like floating. Like, I know we're technically running, but since you can't see your feet or anything, it almost looks like you're just like floating across the land. Oh, I don't have enough for Sir Galahad. What? Yo, that's sick. Man, I wish I had them like sooner. Uh-oh. Let's just rest until the morning. We still have the main quest here, right? Yeah, we do. That's funny. Yeah, I remember coming here and I was like, oh, you need Excalibur, the shield, and the crown. All right, let's do final save. Finale save. Save. Back up. Here we go. See how this plays out. The long defeat.
So, you finally made it. Took you long enough. I hope you're ready, because this is it. The beginning of the end.
What are you talking about? Ready for what?
Ready to finish your journey, of course. You've come far, but every path ends somewhere. Yours ends here, in the heart of it all.
You've been waiting for me?
Philosophically, not you specifically, but someone like you. Literally. Yes, and I was getting quite bored with the wait.
What is this place?
This is the Charred Conclave, a graveyard for druids, burned alive as scapegoats for the Red Death. It's a reminder of what happens when people fear what they don't understand.
What if I was just like, I'll go? I'd like to know more about the Charred Conclave. Yeah, tell me. The druids were scapegoats? What did they do?
They spoke out. They should have stayed silent, kept to their herbs and potions, but they didn't. They believed their ancient knowledge, ugly and painful truths from times long past, could save Avalon from the plague. And maybe they were right. But people don't want the truth when it's covered in blood.
Ugly and painful truths? What do you mean?
Cruel rituals, sacrifices, hard choices in search of real results. They called it wisdom, knowledge gleaned from the weirdness itself. But to the people, everything they did was unnatural, costly, and frightening. The druids believed their results would justify the costs. They thought Avalon would see them as saviors, but the people didn't understand, and fear turned to fire.
So the druids were punished for trying to help?
Well, the Red Church and their politicians made sure of that. The druids became a convenient enemy, a way to shift the blame and tighten their grip on power. It's always so simple, so banal, isn't it?
I saw the graveyard above. Where are we right now?
Well, death doesn't always mean an ending. It was a sacrifice so costly, so cruel, so pointless, that it tore a rift in the fabric of this world. An ultimate wound. And so you're the closest you'll ever come to seeing the true shape of this world.
So why are you here waiting for me?
To greet you. I was once where you are now. A knight with questions, searching for answers. That search led me to this place. And here I found my answers. Now it's your turn.
What can I expect?
Well, first, you're going to meet my former employer. We don't see eye to eye anymore, but we both realize that our collaboration yields results, as shown by you being here. He'll try to sugarcoat the hard truths I've been telling you from the beginning, spin them differently. Never mind. Why waste time here talking about it when you're just a step from the end? It's best if you just go forth and see for yourself.
All right, go.
Just remember, this is the point of no return.
Very clear.
Once you step through, there's no going back. But if you've come this far, I suppose you already knew that. Go on. He's waiting for you.
Okay, one more. Hold. Wait for this to save. Yeah, it's really taking a while for it to save now. Point of no return. Just in case if we want to do any others.
Go on.
Here we go. At least they make that very, very clear.
At last we meet. I've heard much about you. Your choices, your determination. Caradoc isn't easily impressed, but he was impressed with you. Few dare to seek the truth buried in Avalon's shadows. Fewer still make it this far. I was the first. Caradoc followed when my brethren burned and the tear opened. And now, here you are. A truly rare and joyful occasion.
Who are you exactly?
Oh, forgive my lack of manners. I am Orin, the last apprentice of Merlin, and the last archdruid of Avalon. I've carried the weight of this land's secrets longer than I care to admit. But names mean little. What matters is the task before us.
What is this place?
What lingers here? It's older than Avalon. Older than anything we know. What you see is the beginning of weirdness itself. Its purest form. Raw potential. Unshaped by anything but its lack of boundaries and limits. Beautiful, isn't it?
So what do you want from me?
Oh, precisely the opposite of what Caradoc wants. I want you to help me resurrect King Arthur. Properly this time.
So he wants me to kill him properly, and you want to resurrect properly.
Ridiculous, I know. But yes, that's what it boils down to. At some point, we stopped seeing eye to eye and chose different paths. Ultimately, though, both our paths led to you.
Me? How?
Yes, please let me explain. By the end of his life, Arthur became obsessed with his legacy. He left mementos, artifacts that embodied the virtues he wanted Avalon to preserve. Excalibur, a symbol of loyalty and sacrifice. The crown of Pendragon, a beacon of courage and resilience. The shield of Palamedes, wisdom and independence. But Merlin and the others didn't believe that would be enough. The memory of war and the fragility of peace was still too fresh. So they acted. When the king died, his soul wasn't allowed to move on. It was shattered, bound to those artifacts. A clever solution, but ultimately flawed.
Why would they divide the king's soul?
They feared losing what Arthur represented more than losing Arthur himself. They thought the king's essence would endure if bound to his relics.
What was flawed about it?
You can't pick and choose with a soul, but that's exactly what Merlin did. He focused on 3 parts of Arthur: his strength, wisdom, and courage. He left out 2 pieces. One, tainted by the Four Dwellers' magic, was deemed too dangerous. The other was his humanity, the most fragile part. Merlin thought compassion and doubt were weaknesses, unfit for a king. Without them, Arthur became hollow. A king with power, but no heart. That way, Avalon's greatest failure was born.
Didn't anyone try to resurrect Arthur as a whole then?
I tried. And I found his humanity. It's here, bound, kept safe. But the Four Dwellers aspects was left to drift, untethered between worlds. Finding it needed more than magic. It needed someone like you.
Me?
The horrors you endured on that island gave you something no one else has. You can move through the weirdness, touch it, and return whole. That's why you found the King's soul, bound it to yourself and came back.
You're saying all of that, everything I went through was all part of your plan?
You flatter me. No, I couldn't have predicted all of that. I merely nudged the Red Church in the right direction and asked Caradoc to assist where I couldn't. I can see you're still doubting me.
So what do you want to achieve?
I want to bring back our king, whole and complete. I want him to lead again and safeguard Avalon's future.
What if the resurrection fails again?
It won't. This time, Arthur will be whole. A king must be more than power. He must be human. That balance is what will save Avalon.
Why do you want this so much?
Because I've seen what happens without him. Weirdness preys on the weak, and the people are too divided to stand against it alone. Arthur is their only hope. Ever they're left without him, without guidance, chaos takes hold. Division festers. You've seen it during your journeys. If things continue this way, Avalon will tear itself apart long before weirdness finishes the job.
So, even if he's whole, what if people don't follow him?
They will follow him. That's what people do. When weirdness comes to their doorstep, they'll beg for a savior. And Arthur will answer the call. Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. That's all I ask of you. Now you need to go further. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Okay. So one wants to resurrect. One wants to kill. But then we also have a few more options. Whoa. Okay, Caradoc. Oh boy.
I was there when it all began, when Arthur first set foot on Avalon. I was a knight in his army. We believed in him, in his dream, in his kingdom. And for a while, it was glorious. Every battle felt like a step closer to peace. Every sacrifice justified by the dream we shared. But then came the cost. The war crimes, the impossible decisions, the massacres, slaughters, and irrational cruelty. We turned from knights into butchers, all because his dream demanded it of us. At first I told myself it was necessary, that it was the price of building something great. But the longer it went on, the harder it was to believe. That's when I realized Arthur wasn't a god, a savior, or a king. He was just another man, no different from the rest of us. And no man should have the power to demand such sacrifices.
You want to kill him once and for all. Heard that before.
But do you understand why I want it so much?
Because you feel betrayed? Because you hate what you've become.
I'd like to believe that after 600 years I've moved past pettiness. You need to understand that people thought, and still think, that he was more than human. But he wasn't. He made mistakes, just like any man. And the cost of those mistakes was always paid for by others. I've seen what happens when people cling to kings and myths. They wait, they follow, they waste their lives on promises that never meant anything. But that's not my problem. I'm not here to fix Avalon or to free anyone. What comes after doesn't matter. Let it all burn, let it rot, let it rebuild. I won't be here to see it.
Let's see. This is a tough one. I mean, I think it's just talking points, but you think that people can stand their own against the weirdness, the monsters?
Let them stand, let them fall. It's not my concern. If the weirdness takes them, so be it. At least it won't be another king's failure. Another lie propping up a dying world. It'll just be what it is.
Even if you destroy Arthur, the Round Table could just crown someone new, replace him.
Arthur's the only myth that still holds weight. And when he's gone, the rest will rot with him. A puppet king, another empty throne, none of it will last. Maybe they'll keep pretending for a while. Maybe they won't.
You want people to face adversity without guidance and leadership? Isn't that just chaos waiting to happen?
Call it chaos, call it freedom, I don't care.
Yeah.
Let them rise, let them fall. Let them tear each other apart. I just want to watch it all come down. To see the last lie collapse under its own weight. What comes after? That's for the ones still standing to figure out.
Okay, I understand Caradoc. I understand his reasoning. And what if your way leads directly to people's fall and demise?
Then let it.
Yeah,
if this
he doesn't
world
care.
can't stand without a dead king propping it up, maybe it deserves to fall. I've lived longer than any man should. Seen more than anyone should ever bear. And I've waited centuries for this moment, this chance, to end it all. To end him.
Orin believes this resurrection will be different. He says it's the only way to save Avalon.
Orin's a druid. That's what they do. They believe. They believe in myths, in symbols, and some of them believe in saving Avalon.
You don't believe that Avalon can be saved? You don't believe it's worth saving?
I don't believe it's my decision to make. Not Orin's, not Arthur's, not mine. I've watched this cycle turn too many times. I have no stake in what comes after, only in making sure this nightmare finally ends. We were fools to tamper with forces we didn't understand. Resurrecting Arthur, infusing him with powers of the weirdness. We didn't just bend the natural laws, we shattered them. Such violations of nature's order cannot go unanswered. The bill comes due, sooner or later. Always. This cannot be allowed to continue. Listen, it's taken longer than I ever imagined, but now, here we are. You've done what no one else could, what even I couldn't do. You've brought Arthur's soul back together, almost complete, but not quite. And because of you, I can finally finish what I started centuries ago. So, thank you for bringing us to this moment. You're close now. Just one more step. The last fragment of Arthur's soul is waiting for you. Complete what you came here for. And then, we'll meet again. As allies, or as enemies. That's up to you. Go. Find the last piece, and let's end this. Whatever comes next, I'll be ready. I hope you will be too.
Okay. Let us see. So they both made their case. I mean, we might go through. I might choose one first, see how that one plays out, and then we might do the others. What's this? Oh. Bob.
You've come. The one who carries what's left of me. Please, don't come any closer. Don't force me to think about coming back again. Just let me finally die.
I didn't expect that. Why do you want to die?
Because I've had enough. Enough of being torn apart and stitched back together. Enough of being used, shaped, and forced to be something I'm not. Do you know what it is like to be a king of nothing? To see the people you swore to protect suffer because of your choices? Or worse, in your name. I've seen towns burnt to the ground, families destroyed, all because someone thought it would serve the greater good. And they called it loyalty. They called it justice. I've been dragged through every dream, every lie they've built around me. And I'm tired. Tired of the weight, of the expectations, of all of it. And most of all, I'm tired of failing.
So it's Arthur. Yeah. King Arthur himself. What about Orin? He's trying to bring you back this whole time?
Orin wants a king, not me. He doesn't see the broken man behind the myth. He sees a symbol, a weapon to wield against the weirdness. But symbols aren't people. They're empty. And the more they're used, the more they hollow out the one who carries them. That's all I've ever been to Orin and the Druids. Do you know what it's like to be a weapon? To be forged, sharpened, and thrown at every problem?
And Caradoc, he wants to destroy you forever.
He thinks ending me will free Avalon.
But what then? Without an idea, a light to guide them, they'll stumble, lose their way, and turn on each other. People always seek something to follow, something to believe in. Take that away, and they'll tear each other apart trying to find it. Or worse, build something even crueler in its place.
What is it in death that you want?
I want release. I want to stop being a tool in their endless struggle. Kill me. Destroy the last piece of me and use the energy however you wish. Take it yourself and become the new king. Give it to someone else. I don't care. Just don't let me come back again. Let me die. Not as Arthur. Not as the king. Just as a simple, normal human being.
You're the human part of Arthur's soul. Without you, he can't be whole.
Isn't that what you've been doing all along? Carrying what's left of him? You've already taken up the humanity I was meant to represent. Doesn't that prove Arthur doesn't need me anymore?
Don't you care what happens next with your kingdom?
I don't care. Do you know how freeing that is, to finally not care what happens next? Whether Orin gets his king or Caradoc gets his ruin? To not feel the burden of all my failures? To not see my memory tarnished, my plans, goals, and ambitions dragged through the mud? To not see the suffering my name causes? No more deaths in my shadow. No more kingdoms built on my bones.
You've been through a lot, but there has to be another way that doesn't involve your ultimate death.
Another way? There's always another way, isn't there? Another cycle, another resurrection, another lie to keep the world spinning. But please, not for me. Not anymore. I've had enough. I don't want another chance. I want this to be over. Do what you think is right. That's all I can tell you. Because whatever you decide, it will finally be your choice. Not mine. Not theirs. And that's the only thing I've ever wanted. You hold the choice. I don't care who you side with. Orin, Caradoc, or no one at all. You have all of my soul. Use it. Take it for yourself. Or give it to someone else. I don't even want to know. Do what you will with it. Just let me go. Let me finally rest. Let me die. Please.
Damn. He's been through a lot. Just goes back to fishing. Do I still have my fishing? I could fish with them. Oh, oh boy. That's a lot of weight on our shoulders that we gotta deal with. I mean, to be fair, it's been a lot from the beginning. I'm waiting for it to save. You know what? Because I don't know what's behind a lot of these doors, though. Alright, go. Okay, well. Jeez. Who's this? Oh, Orin.
Help me bring the king back, whole and complete. Now you need to go. I made my case. Please keep in mind what I told you. This is the only way for Avalon to survive.
Hey, what's up, Sith? Paradox.
Go on. He's waiting for you.
I'm just gonna do another save. End? Oh.
Let me go. Let me finally rest.
All right, this is it. We make our final decision. I think we'll go through most of them. But yeah. Just to save before we actually choose one. We are going to go with the true one first,
You
though.
carried a dying king across the bones of a dying world. Now you stand before what started it all. An idea. I am the reason there must be an ending. I do not guide. I do not judge. I exist so that something can be chosen. I do not offer meaning. I require that one be made. You have brought all things to their conclusion. Now, decide what must remain. Choose, and let the shape of the world follow.
Okay. What if I choose Orin's path? Okay, so these are all questions. I think this is the special one. I'll ask all of these, but let's start with this. What if I use the life spindle that the Weaver gave me?
He shall find his way home. The tear between the worlds shall close.
What if I choose Orin's path?
You will vanish into the story you chose to restore.
What if I choose Caradoc's path?
You will break the frame, and what follows will not remember you.
What if I take the king's soul for myself?
You will be seen. You will be followed. You will be blamed.
What if I give this king's soul to someone else?
You will shape the world to become its witness.
And there it is. There's all the potential endings. We could either follow Orin, follow Caradoc, take the soul for myself, or give it to someone else. But then after doing all of the tombs and the other locations where we are able to use the life spindle. So let's start with this one, and then maybe we'll do the rest.
Then the prince will ascend and return to his mother. The heart shall cease its bleeding. Through his ascension, the weirdness will be tamed.
No, I won't let this happen. Not again.
Oh. He doesn't like that. Caradoc, no! I missed. GG's. Doesn't he still get what he wants? I guess? I don't know. I mean, he's ascending, so I don't know if it's considered like a certain type of resurrection. I guess we'll find out.
You uncovered the truth buried in the weirdness and used it to return Arthur to where he truly belonged, ending the cycle and securing Avalon's future. The Four-Dweller Mother's heart, no longer bleeding, sealed the wound in the world, and with it, ended the Red Death that had stolen so many lives. And so, the legend of King Arthur began to fade. In its place grew a stronger Avalon, where the weirdness was no longer feared, but understood. With One Eye and Captain Brandon working side by side,
there it is.
The South found a peace it hadn't known in years. The roads stayed open, the fields were guarded, and the people finally felt safe. No longer bound to Camelot or the Knights of the Round Table, it became a land ruled by its own people on its own terms. The men here stayed in Kuanacht, but Yvain failed to rally the minds and hearts needed for his Grail quest.
Oh, right.
With no clear leaders and rising tension, both Kuanacht and Camelot grew fragile, drifting toward division, with no one left to hold the line. You awakened the giants, and with them at their side, the Dal Rita conquered Camelot. As the capital fell, the customs of the tribe spread across Avalon. Not everyone welcomed them, but the change had already taken root. Firgas was named the new Galahad the Loyal. With One Eye and Brendan backed by the Dal Rita the Forlorn Swords, he saw that the South's alliance was strong enough to stand on its own. He urged Camelot to leave the South in peace, and turned his attention to securing the rest of Avalon. The captain led the South to independence, breaking all ties with Camelot. Under his rule, the horns of the South flourished. Merchants, pilgrims, and adventurers returned to the roads, and prosperity once again reached the far corners of the land. One Eye ruled the South, with the horns of the South at his side. Over time, the Dal Rita of the Fallen Swords rallied to his banner, forging a unified force. With the South secured, he stood in a strong position to launch future conquests across Avalon. Nianta left Kuanacht with Yvain, and her fate remained unknown. Yet among the people she once served, tales of her devotion and courage endured, and her name was remembered with respect. Maggot chose to remain in Kuanacht, and the people stayed with him. Over time, they grew to trust him and often sought his wisdom. In time, he took on an apprentice, planting the first seeds of a new druidic tradition. Eoffre left Kuanacht alongside Yvain, despite concerns about his age. His fate remained unknown, but the people admired him for finding purpose at the end of his life, and spoke of him with lasting respect. Ailey turned to the merchants for support, and for a time the hospital prospered. But when they began charging patients for care, she walked away and opened her own small practice, refusing to serve profit over healing.
Based.
With Frail as their new matron, the Volca pulled even further away from the Dal Rita. Hidden among the snowy peaks, they focused on rebuilding their tribe and strengthening their numbers. The berserkers they had once been famed for became fewer and fewer, until all that was left was a fading name, half remembered and half feared. Ingui turned away from the eternal sleep, choosing life over dreams. In time, she began to rebuild the Thoid among the living, planting the first seeds of a new future for her scattered people. Under Dav Hamra's leadership, the Ulf grew stronger but more isolated. The tribe and the Stone Wardens became one, bound by a new symbol of strength, a steady hand against the chaos beyond their borders. You accepted the mycelium's offer and let the spores consume Sagramor's body.
Oh yeah, how did that play out?
Now the kingdom lies under fungal control, its people connected, obedient, and slowly fading into the roots that feed the spores. You placed self at the head of the Children of Morrigan. Operating from the shadows, the Guild reshaped Avalon's politics through quiet influence and assassination, while the people lived unaware of the power that ruled them. You chose to dismantle the Children of Morrigan. There were no more crows to carry out her will, for now. Morrigan withdrew into silence, patient as ever, waiting for the day when new souls would rise to serve her again. You made a pact with the Four-Dwellers, freeing them only once they agreed to leave behind their knowledge. One was lost to madness, but another fulfilled the promise, placing a stone woven with the song at the feet of the Stone Wardens. Through it, the craft survived into a new age. After you fell to the Red Death, Bior withdrew from the world. He claimed he would never give his heart again, carrying your memory in silence for the rest of his days. After returning to Camelot, Killian lived quietly for a time. When he vanished, few asked questions. Unsettling rumors had always followed him, and most preferred not to remember.
And there it is. What a game, man. So good. I need to go play the board game. Based on the lore of Tainted Grail, the Fall of Avalon board game. I gotta go play it, man. That was so good. I was actually pretty satisfied with that ending there, too. Alright, so now let's see what happens with the other one. So essentially, King Arthur ascended, and then they ended the weirdness, and it seemed like the most... Caradoc didn't like it, because I guess there was a version of Arthur that resurrected, I guess. But we're going to go through the other ones now.
You carried a...
I just have to run through these. So this asks... So that one we just did was use the life spindle. Now, let's go down the list like this. Actually... So if I didn't follow this, I probably would have followed Caradoc. Maybe. Let's follow Caradoc.
Then the idea shall fall, its weight discarded, its rule denied. But the soul is not yet yours to give. First, it must be purified of what still speaks through it.
Thank you. But promise me, you will win this fight, my friend.
So King Arthur, he's actually happy with that. And then who do we have to fight?
You've seen.
Oh. Well, the human version of him. Uh-oh.
Then all the suffering, all the pain, meant nothing. I am disappointed. Now I am complete.
Damn.
Avalon will be reborn. Perfect this time.
I mean, dude, you're kind of convinced. You're kind of proving the point right now. Oh my god, he's summoning more. Oh, shit. Yeah, he's kind of proving the entire point of why Caradoc wanted to end it. And why the human version of King Arthur wants to rest. So where does this bring me? Back to, like, right before we fight? Oh, wait. Well, that's good. At least I have this save. Alright, we have to do that again. This is probably going to be the toughest part, is going through all this again. He says when the fight of King Arthur for Arthur's soul. There it is. We did it.
You brought down the cycle with steady hands and no promise of glory. You did not claim the throne. You buried it. There is no king now. Only the truth you made and the path others may follow. You had no answers, only scars and the will to keep walking. And sometimes that was enough to keep others going too. With One Eye and Captain Brandon working side by side,
I think
Fergus was named the new Galahad.
Yeah, this just goes
Nianta
through
left
all the same stuff as before.
With Frail, you placed Seth after you fell.
There it is. Okay, I don't know about that one then. So far, I'm glad I used the life spindle. What's up, Bells? Oh, shoot. Wait, wrong one. So far, yeah, that one was kind of like, okay, you ended it all, and then everybody just kind of kept living. Right now, we are going through the endings. I can already see how different another... I'm excited to let the game cook more and then someday come back and do another playthrough, because I think when I do that one, I'm gonna go full force, like restoring Camelot, doing all, like, rather than bringing it down because all the corruption and everything. It'd be interesting to play a Sword and a Shield playthrough along with also taking down the tribes and everything else, and doing a more like authoritarian playthrough instead. Let's just go with Orin. Well, let's go down the list. Orin, and then we'll go Soul for myself, and then Soul for somebody else.
The idea shall endure, unquestioned, repeated, secured by return.
I begged you not to do this. I begged you.
Yeah. He did not want to be.
I won't.
Oh yeah, Caradoc didn't want it either. Caradoc's such an easier fight than Arthur.
Through your sacrifice, the king returned, entire, unbroken, and ready to reclaim his throne. You held faith that Avalon's fate still turned with him, that one last rising could bring balance to the broken land. Now he once again, and the world bends to the weight of your choice, for salvation or for ruin. You gave everything to restore the king, and your journey ended with his return. Closing your eyes upon the sight of Arthur's triumph, you felt no regret, only the certainty that your final choice had been the right one. With One Eye and Captain Brandon Thirgas was
and
named
then all
the
this
new
is the companions
Nianta
again.
left. Ailey turned to the merchant. With Frail as you accept, you placed when you rode.
Okay. Yeah, so far, very glad I did the life spindle one. Because these other ones, oh my gosh. The other ones leave a lot left uncertain. It's like, okay, you resurrected the king, or King Arthur again. Whether that's good or not, you don't know. And then the other one's like, okay, well, you killed him. He's never coming back. Whether that's good or not, people are going to live on either way. And then the life spindle, at least, like, a lot of answers are given with the Four Dwellers and the weirdness and so on. Because all these existing ones, if you don't do the life spindle, the weirdness still exists. The Red Death still exists. Everything else is still happening in the world. This, at least, solves it. Alright, what happens if we take the soul for myself?
Then the idea shall be claimed, its shape worn, its burden made yours. But first, you have to bring silence to what refuses to be forgotten.
If this is what you want, then take it, my friend. But promise me you will learn from my mistakes.
Execute?
No, I won't let this happen. Not again.
Do I have to fight Caradoc, like, every single time? The hell? So we had to execute.
You think any other human could wield this power?
Oh.
I endured 600 years of pain, of suffering, of loneliness. I made the sacrifices, me! And now you think you can take it from me? The hubris.
Oh, God.
No. I reject your claim. I will reforge Avalon. Perfect this time.
So you have to fight both of them. Oh no. And of course, there it is.
You took Arthur's power for yourself. Whatever drove you, need, ambition, or will alone, the strength of a king was now yours to command. Maybe you weren't ready. Maybe nobody ever is. But you decided to try. It's a heavy thing, trying to do right where others have failed. Still, you stepped forward, carrying the soul and every choice that brought you here. You ruled not as Arthur reborn, but as yourself, flawed, resolute, untested. Avalon changed beneath your hand, and history will decide what that truly meant. With One Eye and Captain Brandon working, Feargas was named the new. Nianta left. Ailey turned. With Frail as you accept, you placed self after you fell.
There it is. Another one down. So that completes where we become the king. I would almost say that one's a little better. I mean, you still make human King Arthur happy. Like, technically, the way my character, as far as he's come with helping people and stuff, I feel like he would make the right decision for the future, but you never know. And we don't get to see what happens further. Alright, so what happens if we give it to somebody else? Oh my god, there's a lot. Wait, we can give it to Self? Oh, dude, I don't want to go through fighting them over and over again. Brendan and Diente, Vane, Gurf, Fionola, and Self. Start with Brendan.
Then the idea shall develop, but the soul is not yet.
If have to execute again, and then also fight both of them again and again.
No.
I might look up the rest of them. If we have to, because we would have to fight them another 10 times or whatever. It'd be Arthur, then... Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. It would be Caradoc, then Arthur every single time, because we're giving the life to everyone else. And it's going to be like a 30-second thing. I already saw that there's videos out there. That have the other ones. Actually, all right, let me see here. Maybe we can watch them. Put this on BRB. TikTok, you guys are fine. Go to, yeah, here it is.
Not again.
There's already videos out there of this anyways, so... Okay, yeah, here they are. Give it to another ending. Where to go? Brendan's ending. Actually, let's start from right here. And shout out to... Need to look at who this is.
Then the idea shall develop, its shape intact, its path redirected. But the soul is not yet yours to give. First forgot.
If this is all my friend on to.
Stabs them. Okay, then you fight again. There we go. Oh my god.
You gave the soul to another, not to escape its weight, but because you believed they could carry it. One person, chosen by you to bear the burden and to shape what comes next. Whatever future rises from their rule will bear your seal, for it was your will that set it in motion. Seeing Arthur's power carried by another, you were prepared for your demise. And yet, death did not come. The prophet Kai saw you, knew you, and named a fate few could claim. A life spared when all should have been lost.
Yeah, we never got to meet
You
Kai.
entrusted Arthur's soul to Captain Brandon, a leader who built Avalon's future on autonomy, trade, and secular law. As prosperity grew, faith faltered. To many, it was progress, but to the devout, it marked the loss of moral order and the rise of unchecked ambition. Chosen by you, you entrusted Arthur's soul to Aerfra,
So this is through
a
all of
blacksmith
them.
who built a system where everyone worked and no one ruled from above. His reforms reshaped Avalon, but the former elites didn't disappear. They adapted, keeping their influence through quieter, less visible means. You entrusted Arthur's soul to Lord Yvain, a descendant of Palamedes, yet too indecisive to inspire those he was meant to lead. The people lost faith, and when he was struck down, few mourned. They only braced themselves for the chaos that followed. You entrusted Arthur's soul to One Eye, who dissolved the Round Table and unified Avalon under the laws of the Dal Rita. For the tribes, it was long overdue recognition. For the capital, a difficult adjustment. Order returned, but not without cost. You entrusted Arthur's soul to Gerfhanra, who moved the capital to Mathar Mines and ruled by the principles of the Dal Rita. Many embraced his efforts to unify the land, while others, especially in Camelot, struggled to accept the new center of power. You entrusted Arthur's soul to Fianola, and under her vision, Avalon embraced the calmed weirdness and the new life it offered. Many accepted the change, merging their flesh with the unknown. But not all followed, and a quiet resistance grew among those who feared what they might lose. You entrusted Arthur's soul to the child of Morrigan.
Giving it to
and
self
Avalon was
is crazy.
reborn under a rule of absolute control. Some called it salvation, others tyranny. But none could deny that, for better or worse, the realm no longer wavered.
Okay.
You gave Arthur's soul to a beggar. A final insult to fate and to all who sought to shape Avalon's future. With no vision, no throne, and no purpose, the realm unraveled, left to rot in the hands of someone who never asked to rule.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. Yeah, shout out to Lunar Gaming for putting this video together. That's crazy. The beggar one is wild. All right. Well, there it is. That's all of them. I wonder if you go with the Children of Morgan and then you appoint War instead, that if you can give it to War. What a game, man. What a game. What's up, Lobster? Coming in right at the end here. Yeah, I honestly love this game. For me personally, easy top 3 favorite games of the year. I think it's gonna be hard for me to see what other games come out and not remember how much I love this. This was similar to my Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, my love for that game, and then also just recently playing Oblivion for the first time. I felt a lot of inspiration from really both of those, along with a lot, obviously, with Skyrim. This is what I personally wanted Avowed to be, as somebody I mentioned a few times, but when I played Avowed, I went into it with not knowing anything about Pillars of Eternity, similar how I went into this with not knowing anything about the Arthurian lore. But I came out of it wanting to know more. And I still did. Like, I still want to know more about what Avowed did. But for what we got here, this game is something very, very special. And that it's another one of those games that 20 to 50 people came together and made. I think it was like 50 total by the end of their development. It's something very special. And there's a lot of different builds and play styles that you can do. I might do a final like thoughts video because I kind of want to start doing some of those, but I'm going to put that together off stream and just record and then upload and so on. But yeah, it's a very good time. Absolutely loved it. Highly recommend. I would say if you're going to play it casually, it's worth checking out right now. If you're going to be, spend the first 10-20 hours in Act 1, you'll be fine. The game does still need some work. That's the only thing that pulls me back a bit. I think if this was in a perfect state, it would have been really, really good. But unfortunately, with the game having so many bugs in Act 2 and Act 3, it becomes a bit of a drag in those sections for quests and all that. If they do put out a hotfix for the one that I ran into, I might go back and do it. But we'll see. I don't know. I'm kind of up in the air. What's up, No Witness? But, yeah, what a game. All right, well, I absolutely loved it. I'm not sure what the next big game that we have that I will be covering is Dune Awakening. That drops on the 5th into early access. We'll be playing that for the first time. The entire playthrough of this is already going to be up by the time I hit end broadcast or end stream. So if you want to watch the beginning or anything else, someday I will return. I would love to do a second playthrough and kind of make the opposite decisions. Like I said, playing more of a sword and shield, looking to restore Arthur. Because although, yeah, we saw all the endings of like the final decision that you make, being able to go through it again and see the differences for the people that you interact with, I think is always the really fun part of these types of games. Not really the finale, it's more of the journey with an entire different play style and so on. Appreciate the lyric there, Kenji. Hope you're doing well, man. But yeah, I think that's what a game. Now I want to go play the board game, so I'm gonna look into that. I'm also probably gonna watch like a few King Arthur movies at some point. I want to watch The Green Knight, and there's like a 2017 King Arthur movie that came out that's like okay apparently, but yeah, that's all I got. I'm gonna chill for the rest of today since I got some stuff going on. But then I might be back tomorrow morning. We might jump into some Outlaws, Star Wars Outlaws with the DLC, because I have nothing else to play for like the next 2 days. And I've heard they're short, so maybe. Or we might play something else. I don't know. I'll decide. But that's all I got. Have a good one. Thank you again for all the likes, the followers, the subs, the members. I appreciate it as always. Everywhere is Casas Plays. Thank you again for following. I hope you enjoyed this playthrough, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.